Hey, we are Chris and Teresa and are obsessed with all things fiber and guiding you on your fiber arts journey. We own a successful fiber processing mill, an online needle felting business, experienced at raising all fiber animals, and are renovating a 100-year-old school into a fiber arts retreat center.
Processing, needle felting, yarn, roving, fiber animals, and our renovating progress are all topics discussed here. Think of this as your one-stop shop for advice, information, tips, and getting your questions answered on all things fiber, from raising the animals to the finished product and everything in between. So pull up a seat, make sure you're cozy, and get ready to be inspired while you learn. This is EweTube.
What number is it?
66.
Welcome to EweTube. Look at this, my head is, I had it tightened, really. It's EweTube 66, but I had my hat tightened here, my hard hat here, but I don't know how these, I mean, we watch these construction men, they're like upside down, and their hard hat is always perfect, so I tighten mine up until I could do that. I don't know how they work all day.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
Mine, well, it's not.
I know it's, but when I have it as tight as it probably should be, it gives me a headache. Yeah, and that was for like 2 minutes. Anyway, anywho, here we are. All right. First of all, we'd like to say we're gonna dedicate this EweTube to Mike and Mary Peterson because we have not spoke. They live just connected. They're like our neighbors, and Mike, from the get-go, he was the one that when we were here, when we first, give you a little background, when we first looked at the school, it was winter, there was snow on the ground. So
I think it was that night after we unloaded the wood out of the back of Lane's pickup.
Okay.
And then
behind the school, and then we drove straight.
For some reason we couldn't go this way. I don't remember why. Or maybe we could. We just decided to go straight.
Yeah.
And we drove out through his driveway.
Yes.
Over his lawn.
Yes. And we didn't know that. We thought it was a road because we saw this road, so we just drove out, and it was because what's going to be our parking lot backs up to his property. It's right. He has the farmstead right next to the school there. And well, yeah, the next day we got a call that he wasn't very happy that we'd done that. So then we decided that we needed to go meet this fellow, and because he's like right there. Make friends, tell him what our plans were, so on and so forth. So we did, and he was wonderful. And ever since then, him and his dear wife Mary, we love them both. They're just, they have been just meant the world to us. I mean, he comes over and he checks the doors, because for some reason we randomly leave the door open every now and then. I don't know what's wrong with us, but I mean,
thankfully somebody's checking the doors.
I know, and we have other neighbors. I mean, Mark and Leon. I mean, we have other folks, that call us and let us know what stupid thing is bubbling on. And we're all about safety here, so they call us and let us know what's going on if someone is here that shouldn't be here. I mean, we have security cameras, but to have those real eyes and feet on the ground here, it's been just invaluable.
And that every once in a while we'll hear something outside, and it'll be Mike mowing the lawn.
I know. Yes.
Today he removed trees beside the barn out back
and made it look so nice. And last week he brought us, oh my goodness, he called and he said, yeah, you got, because we mentioned we wanted some rock. We're trying to figure out, we have this propane tank out front that we right where we're gonna put the sign for the
because the only place the propane tank had to be out front, and so we decided it should be away from the front of the school, so it's kind of
in case it blew up.
It's just out there, like the first thing you see when you drive up. So we've been trying to think of a way to cover it, and so we thought a sign, and then Mike's been uncovering rocks in his fields, and he shared those rocks with us. So we now have a pile of huge rocks.
These are not little rocks. These are like massive. Do you have a picture of them?
I do.
Okay. Yeah. Massive rocks. Wow. And he brought them over and placed them ever so, and we're going to put a sign, our Nome Schoolhouse logo on one, and we're just so... I mean, that's just one of the things. I mean, he mows all the time for us. Him and Mary just bid. They were the winning bids on both the
Of our
bunny
auction.
and the quilt. And then
These
generously, in these shirts, I mean, and then he generously donated back the quilt. Oh my goodness, yes, and these pictures. They brought over these pictures. Bunny out of the way here. Isn't that beautiful? It's an actual picture. It's absolutely gorgeous. And presented us with this. We just absolutely love it. And then also this one. Isn't that cool? 1915. No, it is such a clear picture. Absolutely love it. Yeah, so it's just been.
He did not
he
donate this.
Anyway, it just, yeah, so, yeah.
Yes.
We
Thank
just,
you.
yeah, we don't even know how to say thanks. It's just, yeah, well, yeah, it's just, I mean, you guys are
So
our neighbors.
You
and
did
we're just,
mention
yeah.
that they won the auction and that he won the auction of the quilt and then donated it back to the school so
Which
that it
is-
can stay here.
So it's going to live in the dining space in the new addition, right above the fireplace, surrounded by the bricks that all have generously donated to memorial bricks to have engraved for Oaks. And we are just, yeah, we just couldn't be, could not be happier. So, yes.
Yeah.
Hey, and what has happened here
This week.
this week?
So I think last week we talked about them pouring cement for the mill, and they
The
finished.
cement floor?
Yeah. So they poured more cement. They poured more cement, and so the floor of the mill is almost finished.
Oh yeah, that's a little bit.
There's
yeah.
a little, and the wall, part of the wall.
Because they're still driving like skid steers down in. No, they didn't because that has to cure more. But that's their plan. No, they did today. They
Who
had
knows
that
what
little
they're
bucket.
We don't really
They had
know.
this little. We should have taken a picture of them driving that little cart. They filled it up with the concrete truck came and they poured the footings in the school, and they had this little. It looked like an ice cream bicycle.
Like a Mario Kart.
Yes, only it was filled with, they put concrete in and I don't know what they did, they pedaled it down there.
Yeah, we did. We missed that part,
We
but
missed
we
that
did
part,
see
but
the
anyway,
cement.
yeah, somehow they got the cement down there and they poured these new footings underneath there for the school, which was awesome. And the next step is going to be pouring the floor.
Yes. And they also this week they poured the cement. Was that last week? Where they poured the cement for the little entryway
Oh yeah.
back here.
Yep.
Yeah. I
Did
have
you
a
put a
picture of
picture
that.
of
Yeah. And then
there?
I had was that yesterday? That the fire suppression tank arrived. So first we got
Fire suppression tank.
I got a message from Leanne saying, "What is this?" She takes a picture of this
It was
big,
a
huge tank. What is this
semi.
for?
Yes.
And then I got a picture from my daughter on this tank, and then I got a picture from Steve,
My
Chris's
hubby, yeah.
husband, and then I got another text saying, "You should be here filming this." So I said I could be there in 20 minutes. So I was here.
Stall them is what she said.
Yes, stall them if you can. And then, yeah, when I pulled in, I was getting my camera and everything out of the car, and Steve comes around the side of the gym.
Come on.
So I got here just in time to see it, going from the truck to the place where it's going to live for the rest of its life.
Prayerfully, we
huge.
never need the contents of that
Yeah.
tank. Yeah.
Yeah, so, and I posted that on Facebook, and there's been a lot of questions on what in the world that is.
Yeah.
And it's the fire suppression tank, because
There's not enough water. A bunch of engineers figured out the water pressure. It's I don't know. Anyway, not enough water pressure. So if a fire does break out and the fire suppression system, all the sprinklers go off.
need to go off, yeah.
Need to go off. There needs to be a certain amount of water pressure so that they are adequately sprinkling, doing their thing. And if something else was going on in Nome or whatever, then there wouldn't have been pressure enough for that, so we needed to have a 15,000
Huge tank.
15,000 gallon tank to, I don't know what it is, maintain the sprinklers for 3 hours or something like this.
So it'll just be sitting in its little house there.
So we had to build a 24 by 36 or something like that cement room for it, and
like
then
a
buy
little
the tank. It's like down in there, so it's below even the mill, another 4 or 5 feet.
And it's huge.
Yeah.
And the water is just going to sit in there.
And like I said, prayerfully, Lord willing, we will
Yeah.
never need it.
Because we're all about safety at the Mom Schoolhouse.
Yep.
And
You feel that, doesn't it? Hurts.
I don't even feel it. What are you doing?
That's right. I'm showcasing some of our products.
Okay.
Scott, what am I doing? Goodness. This is our bird. You're not a bird. You're not nesting. The birds come and they go like this, and then they line their little nest with it, and they just love it. You hang these by your bird feeder, and it's so cute. Fine. There. Okay. Now, there is breeding going on at the Perleberg farm.
There is.
There is.
So
Not
we have-
among the Perlebergs, among the sheep.
So I edited this out of the last video because she goes on about this breeding. But so we put the rams in with the ewes. I don't know, it was a couple days ago, and when it was a nicer day, because now it's cold, and so we had to divide. I had to decide which ram goes. We have 4 different rams, so we have 4 different pens, and who goes with who. Chris's cormos are now with a Romney, a black Romney. So we're gonna get some hopefully colored Romney.
Ooh, that'll be
Cormo
awesome.
Romney.
That'd be awesome.
And we have it's Beamer. He is a Romney. We have Billings. He is a Cormo. We have the black guy. Never mind.
It must be a pasta. No, it
No,
wouldn't be
he's
this
not.
year.
He does have a name. I have to look it up.
Black guy. We'll just call him Black guy. Okay.
And he is a yearling. No, he's more than a yearling. He's 2 years old.
Otherwise, he'd be a pasta.
Yeah, we do have pastas. We have tortellini and tortelli handling a little group.
Really?
Together, we call them the torts.
Interesting.
And they are doing very well.
Really?
Yes. They're right in front of the house. I see this all day long. So the
how long
torts-
will this take? This whole
We
breeding
leave them in there
process?
for 3 cycles. So hopefully to get it all done. And so that they have them all in April.
Cool. It's awesome. And then we will have more baby lamb picks.
The black one is a Romney, and the tortellinis, tortellini and tortelli are BFL Romney Cormo crosses.
Oh my! And who are they in with?
There's a bunch of
Just a
different.
mix. Oh my!
Midnight's in there.
Midnight. Oh.
So it should be an exciting little. babies.
Midnight will live here one day.
She has babies.
Well, once her babies are. I mean, she's so sweet.
She
can
is
come
so
here and have-
sweet.
She's the sweetest.
We were going to just have Weathers.
Oh, that's right.
She forgets.
Okay, I forget. Yep. All right.
What is this?
This is a project that's not quite listed, but it's been quite popular here for folks to come. There is, what is it? It's a little over 1,000 yards each. It's a grab bag of mill ends. See, like right here, this is our signature Romney Cormo blend. I don't even know how many yards are on here. Usually I have it on here. Like this right here. This is 68 yards of alpaca 3-ply sport, so on and so forth. So it's all shoved in this bag. It's a little over 1,000 yards for $30. And one gal bought this and made the most, out of one of these bags, made the most beautiful shawl and sent us a picture. It was so pretty. So I'm showcasing pictures, or showcasing products though.
Okay.
Okay, now last year we talked about what went on last year.
So last year at this time we had all of the disgusting stuff removed from the ceiling, and so it was just bare.
And then we had to do it again this time of year, which is kind of ironic. Anyway, okay. Yeah.
Well, we hadn't put all the stuff up yet.
That's right.
It was just
okay, that's
empty.
right.
And then we had the plumbing had just gotten put in along the wall. So none of that was in here. It was just starting.
Yeah, the mezzanine wasn't even framed up yet.
And then there was shingles put on the school roof. So the school roof was finished, the whole new roof. So if you haven't been following, we had the whole entire roof was removed, and we had a new roof put on and new shingles. And then we had new shingles and a few repairs on this roof in the gym. That's what was happening last year. We've seen him already. Displaying properly.
Yes.
It doesn't work.
Oh gosh, it's so cute. It's so cute. I don't even think this dude is even online yet because he's too cute.
No, he's just a school.
I love it. Okay, anyway. Okay, so we got the breeding. Oh, the horse head. Popping up pics now. This is really cool. Mm-hmm. When they were digging, I think it was a fire suppression room, they were excavating out. Okay, the gentleman who bought the school, after it was decommissioned in 1970, thereabouts. Anyway, he's the one that moved the barn in, and he raised Percheron horses, which are big draft horses. And they dug up an entire skull of a horse, all intact, the nose piece, everything. And it's massive because it was a Percheron, a young Percheron from the look of the teeth. And
so now it just sits there in front of the barn, and
we're not quite sure. I mean, it's so cool. We don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, we don't want to just throw it out.
No, we don't want to gross people out by bringing it into the school. I mean, we would think it would be cool, but we don't know what other people would think. So
we need your advice.
Yeah.
What should we do with it?
It's so neat.
Should we put it on a coffee table?
On the fireplace hearth, or
yeah. Put it in
have some
garden.
Advice? Let us know.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, we'd like to know. Mm-hmm. Okay, and the next, what we have planned for this week, you and I are doing, and it was we had a board meeting tonight with our daughters. We're the board, and you can't see it, but there's a wall that we've left unfinished because we are going to weave it, and we're very excited about it. None of us are weavers. We know we have a lot of weaver friends, and of course, I do yarn on cones for weavers, and we've always thought this little grouping would be really cool for a weaver because it's a bunch of but we're going to weave the entire wall. So we called a weaving dear Bonnie, a weaving friend, to get her advice on it, and we got some awesome advice. So we are going to warp it on Thursday, and warp is we have the the up and down that you weave around, the up and down, and then the weft is what you go in and out with. So we are going to warp it. We're going to and we're not going to use yarn,
or that would be silly
because we have got
it's a big wall,
18 to 20 feet that we have to warp. I mean, that distance. So we're going to try to we have to get it really tight because we're weaving with roving on top of it. Because it's going to be a wool wall. Of course it is. So we're going to use something else, like cable or something that we can get super tight that isn't going to...
We haven't figured it out.
Yeah, we haven't quite figured it out. But we're doing it Thursday.
Or we'd ask your advice. But
we're doing it Thursday, and you will have seen this. So we're excited to show you next week. It might take us a while to do this. 5 years. Because it might take us many years, but it's going to be amazing when we're done, and it's going to be wool, and it's going to help with the sound,
the acoustics
in here, and it's going to be aesthetically cool. Yeah.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to take a while. It's going to be a
about
slow,
this.
but we think it's very fitting for our project. Ooh.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing this week. And then we have the okay, well now we have the questions. Should we just go into that? Yeah, let's do that.
What did we share the shirt yet?
What shirt? Oh! Bring her in. We have a new shirt. There she is. He is. Does she have boobs? Yeah, I'm sorry. She's a she. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. Shut up, Chris. Okay. That's the new shirt. Our new YouTube shirt. We think it's adorable with that little sheep on there. So, and it's a long sleeve because it's winter. So, super comfy shirt. And that should be on the website. Maybe on the website.
It'll be on the website.
It'll be on the website at some point. All right. Give me that.
There are some things I don't like as much.
That is adorable. Seriously, put your book up here. They are in.
They are in.
Back up here, please.
Okay, question? I can't understand this wood pre-built. What is this?
Put that there. We sell that. Can we please? I love all of this. I love it. Oh. Okay. Okay. What was the question?
I don't know.
Oh, I know. The question was if we were going to have precast cement walls, because as you can see, the pictures that we've shared of the addition has cement walls, because the cement walls are going up beyond. No, they're not.
No.
It's just I don't know how this is. I don't know where the cement walls start and the wood walls.
We are going to
stop
wait
and the wood
and
walls
see
start.
because
Yes, but anyway,
we've never done this
they're wood
before.
walls and they're built, which we don't understand. They're pre-built off-site and they're coming like in pieces and put together, so it's going to go quite fast when the framers get here and start doing that, which will be a couple weeks. So they're not cement precast, they're wood pre-built. So we'll keep y'all posted on how this would go, because
the steel for the beams is coming on the 16th.
Yep.
Soon.
Yep, and that'll come, and then that's what supports the floor trusses, which go in next, of course, before the wood walls.
And the floor trusses are coming
tomorrow or something. This week sometime. They're not ready to be put in, but they're coming this week, so that'll be exciting. That's cool. All right, and then the other one was we have this giant printer that we just love, and somebody asked about naming it, so then we asked for some names, and we had some really good ones.
Cute ones.
Wooly, like Wally. Rambo. We like that. Wilbur. Shirley Temple. And doing teachers' names, perhaps from the school, like Mrs. Maggie Wool was the example that she gave. And she said, like in art class or science class, math class. And we kind of grasped and grabbed onto
Art.
And we love it. It's art.
We really want to call them art.
We do. We want to call them art. We love the simplicity, and that's what he does. He does art for us. Yes. Okay. And the other question we had was how many guest rooms will we have when it's finished? And it will be 11 guest rooms. One of them being the giant suite that is the entire classroom, which is the southwest corner of the school. That southwest classroom will be the entire thing. Something just fell.
I know, somebody's trying to get in or something.
Anywho, moving on. So that'll be one big massive suite. So that'll be great. That'll be great for a honeymoon suite. That'll be great for a girls' retreat. That'll be great for a bunch hunters, I mean, you
friends
name
wanna
it.
come and
Yeah,
stay.
it's cool. And then we'll have 10 other rooms of varying size. One has 3 beds, or one has 2 beds with a pull-out sofa. We've got a few more that will have the double beds in it. And then we have the single beds, which just have the queen size beds. And so we'll be able to accommodate quite a few people, and we're excited to do all the decor because they're all going to be a little different and some will have exposed brick of the original outside of the school, which is kind of cool because folks used to, apparently, no one has directly told us this, but there is graffiti up on the side because it was a flat roof, and they could walk up the fire escape, which is now behind us here, and they could get onto that flat roof, and there is like graffiti up there of names and dates, so that'll be in people's rooms. It's kind of cool, we think.
Hopefully it's clean.
Hopefully. Yeah. Yes.
So did we write down the quilt idea that we had?
No.
So we are thinking, since this is going to be done, since construction could be done in June for the whole school, we are really thinking about everything that we need to try and get done before then and decide all the decisions. And today we were just sitting and talking, and what are we going to use for to put on the beds, and we hope to in the future encourage, have quilting retreats here. And
Perfect space for it.
we thought it would be quite fitting if all the beds were covered in handmade quilts, and neither of us quilt. But
Although we love them, absolutely love them.
yes, and we think it would be very fitting, and so I don't know how to put that.
Yeah, if we should purchase them for folks that have, we're going to have
Yeah.
queen size beds. They're all going to be queen size and 1 king size. So we need quite a few.
So like if you
Queen
had a
size,
quilt sitting
yeah.
around that you wanted to donate to the Nome Schoolhouse, we'd surely put your name on it.
Yep,
And-
absolutely.
We'd be honored to showcase it in a room. But yeah, we're working on that idea and seeing what we can do.
Yeah, if any of you quilters out there have any,
Have any ideas?
we'd love to hear it.
That would be great.
Yes.
Because we think that would look very, very nice. in
Very
each
cool.
room.
Absolutely. Yes, and I've got some. I know my mother has quilted in the past and has done some beautiful hand done pieces that I have hanging on my walls all over, and I think I'd like to bring some of them so that folks can see them and share them with everyone, because they're just so neat.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be neat to have, something on the beds that mean something like that
Yeah.
are handmade, because we want to try and decorate with handmade and things like that. So
Yes. Yep. Yeah, so the question last week was the theme of the land.
and anybody that answered it got it right, because that was
Yes.
an easy one again. We talk about it all the time, especially during lambing. And if you followed along at all, you would have seen that they were all named after pasta noodles,
Yes. So
which
cute.
we might have revealed earlier when we said
Tortellini.
tortellini and
Yes.
tortelli
Yes.
were our new rams.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
yep, everybody got it right, and we drew one winner from all the people that gave us the right answer, and the winner was
Kirsten. You are the winner of a new YouTube. Ta-da! Yay!
So you just need to send us your shirt size and
We'll
your
get
address,
that
and
off
we
to
will
you.
get it in the mail to you.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, and what is the question for?
The question for next YouTube is, so we last year, so I've been going several years now to the One of a Kind show in Chicago, and this year we don't get to go, but
Yeah.
because
We're
it
doing
was
virtual.
canceled,
They're
but
doing
we're
a virtual, so stay tuned for that.
A
Starting on
virtual-
Saturday.
a virtual one of a kind.
Yeah.
And so we are on, the site for one of the artists at the virtual one of a kind show of Chicago, and we will be doing lives, showcasing our products and other things. But the first one is this Saturday or Sunday.
Saturday.
Yes. So, and we have that on our event calendar. And I think the first one's, is it a YouTube Live or a Facebook Live? I can't remember.
I think it's YouTube Live.
So we're switching back and forth. So one will be, one weekend it will be a YouTube Live, and the next
And we
weekend
promise
it'll
you'll be able
Facebook.
to hear us. We've had
We're
problems.
getting all new.
Yes, all new microphones. So yes, and we apologize profusely in the past for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And yeah. So we will, as long as we get that figured out.
Working properly, it'll all be great.
It's coming. One part of it's coming Wednesday, and one part's coming Thursday. We're going to do it Saturday.
So there's that.
There's a little learning curve in there.
Yeah.
We're going to practice right after we get them. So anyway, the question for next time is, so last year was the first year that Chris came with me to the One of a Kind show in Chicago. We had so much fun, and what was it was just the one thing that we sold out of.
Like the first day, and it was a 4-day event.
We sold out of this product that we make,
And we've been selling
on the
them ever
first day.
since.
And if you can tell us, we did share that. I think if I remember right, talking about technical difficulties, when we were in Chicago, we were doing YouTube. We tried to do a YouTube. I think we did it 3 times, if not more. Don't you remember? And I don't know if the battery was going dead on my phone or what was happening, but we would go and look, and it wasn't, half of it would be not on there.
We did it in like 3 different locations, and
It was working. So
we struggled.
anyway, we shared it on this YouTube, what we were sold out of, and I'm sure, and we did, I think we did a live too, showcasing all our products like that.
Yes, we did. That went through, I think, all right. Yeah. But that was it. This is it.
So that's the question for next time. So if you scroll down all the way to the bottom in the comment section, and what you think we sold out of all our products at the One of a Kind show in Chicago last year. If you guess, and we will draw from all the right answers next week during YouTube 67.
Yes.
So.
And that is a wrap on YouTube 66. Right?
Okay.
Oh,
I think so.
no.
What?
Well, God bless you all for watching. You are going to have a glimpse of what the new ceiling looks like. Just a little glimpse.
We want it because we're excited, because it's half of it. Well, it's 3 out of the 5.
Yeah.
Are done.
Yeah. 2/3 done. Kind of sort of.
And
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll just get, we
So-
love it. There's some, anyway. We'll just give
We
you a
love
little
it, and
picture
we love the way the lighting is
against it.
on the ceiling, and
Just give you a little.
we have chandeliers that are coming, and they've been coming for 6 months, and they're still not here. But we know that they're going to look beautiful up there.
Yes.
So we're going to give you just a little glimpse of the ceiling at the end.
Yeah. Bye-bye
Thanks
now.
for watching.